Let's shift our focus to West Africa, specifically the landlocked nation of Burkina Faso. A country of roughly 23 million people, Burkina Faso has once again been rocked by a brutal assault, underscoring the fragile state of security in the wider Sahel region. Earlier this week, a group of approximately 100 armed militants launched a devastating attack on a military base. The fighters stormed the facility, set it ablaze, looted its supplies, and left behind a trail of destruction. At least 50 soldiers were killed in the assault, making it one of the deadliest attacks in recent months. Authorities believe the attack was carried out by the group known as JNIM, short for Jamaat Nusrat al-Islam wal Muslimin. This Islamist faction emerged in 2017 from the merger of several extremist groups and is now considered al-Qaeda's main affiliate in West Africa. In recent years, JNIM has grown into one of the most lethal terror networks operating in the region. The impact of such attacks goes far beyond the battlefield. Burkina Faso has experienced repeated political upheavals, most recently in the form of military takeovers, driven in part by the government's inability to stem the tide of insurgent violence. But even the current junta has struggled to restore control. This isn't just a Burkina Faso problem. The crisis is part of a broader pattern playing out across the Sahel, a vast stretch of territory running from the Atlantic coast in the west to the Red Sea in the east. Rich in natural resources like gold and uranium, the region remains deeply impoverished and politically unstable. These conditions have made it fertile ground for armed groups to thrive. In fact, the Sahel has now become the world's deadliest zone for terrorism. More than half of all global terror-related deaths are reported from this region. Insurgent groups frequently target both military outposts and civilian communities, killing thousands and displacing even more. JNIM is one of the most prominent players, but it is far from the only threat. Several jihadist factions are locked in a power struggle, not only for territory and resources, but increasingly for access to West Africa's coastal states. Control of these areas would open up new routes for arms trafficking and smuggling, potentially giving militants greater financial power and international reach. So far, governments, military or civilian, have been unable to turn the tide. As terror networks expand and fight amongst themselves for dominance, the people of the Sahel are left to bear the brunt of the chaos. This latest attack in Burkina Faso is yet another stark reminder. The region's security crisis is far from over, and the road to stability remains.